The story I'm about to tell you is one sad story. It concerns Eddie, a very bright spark that we tried to guide to the quantum world. Eddie was born in 1981. In 1986, it took him 3 months to write his first novel. The topic was the life and death of an ant named Sputik. It was written on 684 pages. Since then and throughout all his life, he did not stop writing very inspiring stories, allegories of the world he lived in, his very eager quill capturing every aspect of twisted behavior of his human peers. Because of all this potential, we spotted Eddie very early in his life and tried to guide him to quantum understanding. Regrettably, we messed up. No matter how hard we tried to influence Eddie's life and success, nobody ever read a single line of Eddie's novels. And instead of prosperity, Eddie found insanity. Insanity is something your scientists still struggle to interpret. They try to explain it with people's history, trauma, neuroscience, but their research is in vain because they are only looking at the consequences of the problem, ignoring the causes. But how would they? These causes are located so remotely from their understanding. They lie in the concept of entanglement. Entanglement is one of the hardest quantum physics concepts to approach. Imagine a particle on Earth, let's say from your brain, for example. Now imagine a particle from a rock on the HATP-32 planet in the Andromeda Galaxy 2.5 million light-years away from Earth. A few million years ago, these two particles crossed and collided with each other at a point approximately equidistant between Earth and HATP-32. From this point, each particle continues on its own path, for one to end its course on Earth and the other on HATP-32. But they were changed because from then on, they were entangled. From the moment both particles collided, they became one asymmetric system. What does this mean? It means any change happening to the HATP-32 particle will instantly affect the Earth's particle. One important thing to understand is there is no information traveling between HATP-32 and Earth. The effect is immediate. And because particles shape everything, this phenomenon can be seen at the macroscopic scale, meaning that if I break the rock on HATP-32, it may instantly give you a headache on Earth. So how can two particles separated by 2.5 million light-years be one system and influence each other instantly? Well, for the simple reason that distance is not a factor in this equation. Because at the quantum scale, space simply does not exist. If particles are separated by this great distance in the macroscopic world, they are not at the quantum scale. Because again, space does not exist. Even this image representing two particles merged with each other is wrong because they are neither separated or merged. They are not located anywhere because at the quantum scale, space does not exist. And it goes even further. Since the beginning of the universe, a lot of particles have crossed each other and become entangled with each other, resulting in the fact that absolutely everything is linked. Everything is entangled, and the universe can be considered as one unique asymmetric system, meaning that if you change one thing, potentially you change everything. So now you have a glimpse of the complexity of the quantum plan, and how tricky it could be for us to create a genius to guide humanity to the quantum understanding. We used entanglement to influence Eddie's potential, but we caused him a bit more than a headache. We messed his brain up. Big time. Poor thing. By playing with entangled particles to make Eddie one of your quantum leaders, we made him completely lacking in purpose. We could kill him to relieve him, but he has now gone too far for us to waste any more energy on him. And who knows, maybe Eddie found some happiness in his condition. Yet, what happened to Eddie is even more of a shame when you know how many leaders we succeeded in creating with entanglement manipulations. Gilgamesh, Nefertiti, Jesus, Genghis Khan, Van Gogh, Mary Curry, Nietzsche, Catherine Coleman. They all brought a lot to humanity, but yes, sometimes we went too far with their minds. If we succeeded with these geniuses, I admit that most of our entanglement experiments would end up like Eddie and simply fill your villages with idiots. We have tried to guide humanity since a time when you were knuckle-walking monkeys. Not because we have some sort of affection for you, but because we consider it our responsibility. It's our responsibility because we are the leaders of this world. We can see things in ways you can't even imagine. It's our responsibility because our brains function way beyond the capacity of yours. We believed you could become something, but you evolved in such a tragic way that we couldn't anticipate. This series of videos will be the last chance we give humanity to bring itself out of the monkey state. And you, as an agent in the making, just reached a point where there is something you need to know. When I say we, what I mean is we. Cats. Because the quantum plan is a cat plan, and you pitiful humans are the only target of it.